Hi friends, we will now read one poem about forgiveness. Forgiveness is, even if somebody harms us, we should be in a position to forgive them. So under what circumstances one can forgive, and under what circumstances one cannot forgive. Of course, it is we have to see, we have to judge and then take our decision. But this is a general advice for normal human relations, for all normal human relations, and not for some extraordinary situations. I will read the story first, then I will explain. Then again we will finally close repeating the poem. So I will read the poem. Upakarishu yas sadhuhu sadhutve tasya ko gunaha apakarishu yas sadhuhu sa sadhuh parikirtyate. Upakarishu yah sadhuhu. Upakari means somebody who helps you. Somebody who has helped you is an upakari. Upakaroti ti upakari. Somebody who has helped you. Upakarishu yas sadhuhu. A person who is gentle. Sadhu means a person who is gentle, who is friendly, who is helpful, etc. So a person who is gentle, friendly, helpful to somebody who has earlier helped you, there is nothing very great about it. You have to be like that. You have to show some gratitude. After all, the sense of gratitude is very, very important. So sadhutve tasya ko gunaha. Tasya sadhutve, in his gentle behavior, what merit is there? Ko gunaha, what merit is there in his gentleness? After all, it is his normal nature. Somebody has helped you and then you are going to be very, very friendly to him, very gentle to him. There is nothing very great about it. Then what is great? Apakarishu yas sadhuhu. A person who has done some harm to you and even then you are helping him, you are gentle to him. Apakarishu yas sadhuhu. You don't want to hit him back. You don't want to do harm to him. Sa sadhu parikirtyate. He indeed is a sadhu. He is praised as a sadhu. Parikirtyate. Kirtyate means he is praised. He is applauded. He is extolled as a really gentleman. Of course, the situation we have to see. Whether you are accepting it in a totally helpless situation or whether you are accepting it even when you are strong. So if you are accepting it in a helpless situation, of course it is something which is it doesn't come under forgiveness. It is something where you are subdued by the other man. Whereas if you are capable of hitting back, or if you are equally powerful or more powerful, and you are pardoning him from a position of strength or from a position of equal strength, then it is okay. Then that is what is sadhutva. So a person can be friendly to a person. Friendly in the sense out of compulsion. Somebody beats me and out of compulsion I am tolerating it. Somebody exploits me, somebody takes my money from me and still I tolerate it out of compulsion. But then if I am capable of hitting back, if I am capable of doing harm to him, but still I don't do him, then that is what is great merit. So in fact this is something which is a very strange thing. Which is typical of Indian ethos. So if you see Indian history, I don't think that such a sort of advice will be there in any other culture. Whereas in Indian culture this is there. This is ingrained in our blood. And unfortunately it was ingrained in the blood of even the kings. Even the kings and if we see history in certain circumstances, even the kings, they did it. If you read Mahabharata also, in Mahabharata there are so many situations where somebody is caught and then he is asked to go away. There is the concept of Dharma Yuddha. Dharma Yuddha means when the other fellow surrenders to you, then you have to leave him. So if we see recent history, not recent history, say 10th century, 11th century history also, we know that some invaders they came and one particular invader, he was defeated for about 13, 14, 15 times by one king. Is it by Prithviraj or somebody? So by about 13, 14 times he was defeated and then sent back. But then 15th time, so that fellow somehow managed to create some sort of internal division and then managed to defeat this king, and then he did not have that sense of forgiveness. So he immediately blinded him and then he tortured him and killed him. So that is what happened to this king. So this trust it is something which is possible under normal human relations. Under normal human relations, even if somebody does some harm, if you forgive, then it leads to good human value. It is a great human value. It is actually a sort of divine value. We should say it is a sort of divine value, or a divine behavior, or divine virtue. So but anyway, but such behavior need not make us feel highly self-righteous. It is not from the point of view of being a self-righteous person, but then as a normal behavior. As a normal behavior only, if we do that, it makes us happy, healthier, it makes the whole environment happy. The other fellow also is happy, the other fellow is likely to realize his mistake. The other person is likely to realize his mistake and then become friends again. We become genuine friends. So that is what we see in this particular shloka. Because kindness is something kindness is said to be contagious. People say that kindness and this forgiveness, they are also contagious. They generate similar feelings in the other person also. So that is what is this shloka. So in this shloka, the grammar is very, very simple. Upakarishu yaha sadhuhu. Upakarishu is in dative case. Yaha, the person who is gentle towards people who help you. Then tasya sadhutve, tasya ko gunaha. It is a rhetorical question. What greatness is there in that, gentleness? That means there is nothing great about it. Then apakarishu yas sadhu, sa sadhu, parikirtiyate. Kirtiyate means, kirtanam means what? Praising. Kirtana, kirtana is praising. Kirtiyate is passive usage. Karmani prayoga is passive. So that is parikirtiyate. Pari means everywhere. Parikirtiyate, everywhere he is praised as somebody who is great. So that is a great quality. So we'll read this shloka. Upakarishu yas sadhuhu.
Upakarishu yas sadhuhu.
Sadhutve tasya ko gunaha.
Sadhutve tasya ko gunaha.
Apakarishu yas sadhuhu.
Apakarishu yas sadhuhu.
Sa sadhuh parikirtiyate.
Sa sadhuh parikirtiyate.
Okay, good.